2013 was always going to be a massive year for PlayStation, one way or another. By the time January rolled around, all eyes were on their hardware division. The PlayStation 3 had done well in 2012, but the Vita launch and subsequent first holiday season was much less impressive. But all eyes were on the future, and back then rumours about the new PlayStation were spreading like wildfires. Will it really be called the Orbis? Are they going to change the DualShock? Will it be always online and come with some creepy camera thing? Will there be a new Parappa the Rapper? As it turns out, we wouldn't have to wait too long for answers. On February 1st, Sony announced that the future of PlayStation would be revealed in New York in just 19 days. And though they didn't actually show us the machine, they did give us the first details on their new console. Details such as, it's called the PlayStation 4. It has an x86 processor, enhanced PC-style GPU, and 8GB of unified GDDR5. The controller is the DualShock 4. It has a crazy touchpad which likely nobody will use. You can upload footage of games whenever you want. You can stream your gameplay live to the internet. Gaikai is a thing that's on it. Second screen functionality with the Vita, no backwards compatibility, and some games, a new Killzone, new driving game that isn't Gran Turismo, and something called Knack. Once June rolled around, E3 had all the juicy details. But while Microsoft had pissed off half the gaming world with confirmations that their new console would be always online and have severe restrictions on used games, many assumed Sony would go the same way. But instead, Sony produced probably the biggest gaming moment of the year, while gamers all around the world cheered in their bedrooms to, well, let's just have another watch, shall we? It's been a while.
PlayStation 4 won't impose any new restrictions on the use of PS4 gamers. They can trade in the game at retail, sell it to another person, lend it to a friend, or keep it forever. PlayStation 4 disc-based games don't need to be connected online to play.
$399.
Oh, and they showed off the new console, which looks like a PlayStation 2 that's been partially melted. Gorgeous. We'd have to wait until November to get our hands on the new kit, but it's easy to forget 2013 was also a massive year for the PS3. Not only did it have almost every hit that the Xbox 360 enjoyed, but the PS3 also had some wonderful exclusives. The Last of Us, Ni no Kuni, Beyond Two Souls, God of War Ascension, Dust 514, Dive Kick, Dragon's Crown, Final Fantasy XIV, The Puppeteer, Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, and Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, to name just a few. Surprisingly, the Vita had a banger year too, not only with some fantastic new releases like the wonderful Tearaway, but also with dozens of great playing ports from the PS3 and PC, including Hotline Miami, Stealth Inc., Dive Kick, Guacamelee, Rayman Legends, and Spelunky. But apart from the games, the PlayStation 4 had breathed new life into a handheld that previously looked to be floundering. Remote play would allow you to play PS4 games on your Vita, even more great deals to be had with cross-buy, and the continuing value of PlayStation Plus. While at the start of the year it was difficult to find many strong cases for owning a Vita, the handheld has been rejuvenated these past 12 months and looks to be a wonderful companion to the PS4 going into 2014. And what about the PS4? Is PlayStation on its merry way to regaining the console crown? Well, on November 15th in the US and on the 29th in Europe, the public finally had its opportunity to answer that very question themselves. The PS4, the fastest, cheapest next-gen console on the market, launched to wide praise from both consumers and press, even though the launch lineup was a little flat in the exclusive department. Killzone Shadowfall and Knack were the only notable ones at retail, but once you got the console plugged into the internet and hopefully signed up to PlayStation Plus, there were some wonderful digital offerings like Resogun, Contrast, Warframe, DC Universe Online, Sound Shapes, Super Motherload, and Trine 2. Oh, and Flower, again, for some reason. But moreover, the PlayStation 4 is a simple, intuitive system that seems to just work. Global sales burst past 2 million at the start of December, and judging by availability in local stores, it's still got momentum. So it's fair to say 2013 was a pretty good year for PlayStation. A wealth of wonderful PS3 exclusives, the rejuvenation of the Vita, and what many consider to be the best next-gen console available on the market. Roll on, 2014.